Things just took a major turn for the Cowboys. Guys, we got to talk about the Micah Parsons contract situation. We are 1 week away from training camp, and we're about to get right into it. Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Cowboys Digest. My name is Tyree, Allison. We appreciate you checking in really quick before we get started. As always, this is your number one source for everything Cowboys. We know there's 86% of you watching and not subscribed. Just a reminder, it is 100% free. And this is your number one source for everything Dallas Cowboys. So let's get right into it. Actually, let's ease into this because, as Cowboys fans, we've been here before. We've been here. We know what it's like as we're waiting for Jerry and, everybody in the upper management rooms to get the contracts done for the players that we know we want to see the team re-sign. Dak, CeeDee, Micah Parsons, definitely Deron Bland, Trevon Diggs, all of the O-line, everybody on the O-line. So, we take this very seriously. So, saying all that, Micah Parsons dealing with this contract issue, it's honestly, as a fan base, we're used to it. We're 100% used to it. We've been here. We've been here many a times. We know Jerry's going to get it done. We know he likes to get it done late. I mean, think about Dak Prescott's. Dak Prescott, he had the foot, when it went. I don't even like to talk about it. Season's approaching. We want no injuries, but that Dak Prescott injury, that was quote unquote the year that he was supposed to get the contract in that offseason, but you have that injury. There's questions. How does he come back? And then all of a sudden he has the upper leverage and, gets that 4-year contract and becomes the highest paid, and then did it twice. He did it twice. Side note, if you kind of pay attention to the trend after Dak Prescott got that 4-year deal and then another 4-year deal, that's kind of the way a lot of these players are doing their contracts. You're not seeing that many 5 and 6. You're seeing a lot of 3 and a lot of 4. Sauce just did 4. The wide receiver on the Jets, I think Wilson, just did 4. A guard on the Chiefs just did a 4-year. The 4-year, like Dak Prescott has not only has he reset the market, but he reset the trend. Like he set a trend for a smaller contract that allows you to negotiate a lot sooner when the market's going to be shifting, as it always is. Now, Cowboys Micah Parsons on extension. I'm going to get mine no matter what. He is. There's no two ways about it. He's going to get his money. Jerry's going to pay him top dollar. I mean, I think Myles Garrett makes $40 million, so he's going to make $41. I'm curious if it's really going to be one of those outstanding numbers, because we also have heard Micah Parsons say, on camera, that he also doesn't want to break the team. He understands that when you're, you have so many players that are of high value like that, you also don't get to bring in that much depth and experience and just talent overall to be able to boost the team and give you a better chance at winning Super Bowls, winning chips. And so I love this picture right here. I think in its totality, Mike is gonna get the money. I don't know if it's gonna happen right before training camp. I'd like it to. I'd really like it to. But the thing is, I have a really an interesting statement here from or an interesting, I like to call them a fits. Interesting fit here. So Parsons participated in all off-season workouts, right? So he decided not to hold out of pressure, basically to put pressure on the Cowboys to give him a new deal. That's a tactic I've never seen before. I mean, CeeDee Lamb did not show up to camp and show out and say, this is why you should pay me. This is different. It says, we'll see how much he does when Cowboys camp opens next week. Last year, it came down to the wire, like I just said, for CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. Jerry knows the Cowboys appear to be sticking to that timeline when it comes to Parsons. That's okay. I'm not upset at it. I'm not mad at it. I got a really good quote here that comes to us from a Nick Farnbaugh from Penn Live. And basically, Micah Parsons said a couple different things. The first being, I just work harder. Like, to me, I look at it like, if people don't see your value, you don't cry and sit down. You just work harder. You got to show people your value. I just think that's the difference. Like, I go, okay, bet. And I just go to work. Michael also went on to say, I'm just going to get mine no matter what. you know what I mean. Like the markets change every year. Their salary cap went up like another 18% this year. So if you want to know contracts, all the contracts are based off of percentages, like each player. A high paid player takes a percentage of the salary cap. So it's not really the number. It goes off by the salary cap. This is a very interesting quote, and we're going to dig into it a little bit deeper because when you look at the percentage overall, how much a player takes, I get exactly what he's looking at and exactly what he's saying. I have one more where he says the numbers got nothing to do with mine. When he says they numbers, he's referring to other players. Like their numbers, they don't have anything to do with his. And my numbers have nothing to do with theirs. 100% agree. Parsons said about the edge rusher market, I'm younger than Hendrickson. I mean Hutchinson. That's pretty funny. Coming off an injury. Everyone's circumstance is completely different. Hutch is coming off his third year. Usually guys wait 4, so it all depends. Watt, I mean, he's up there with Miles, so you know it's different. Everyone's circumstance is different. And that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And that's really kind of what it comes down to. Everybody's is different. So taking a quick look, I mean, at the Cowboys salary cap in general, I mean, you see 10th, 8th, what does this look like? 15th and 11th. It's a little far from me, sorry. Looking at these numbers, and honestly, it's hard to, it's not hard to break down, but it's if you're not a mathematician, to me, I kind of say it's almost you really got to understand the numbers to kind of understand how these are broken down. Overall, I mean, Dak Prescott is occupying 18% of that contract. So when he said what he said, basically what he's saying is the salary cap might go up by a certain percentage, but that means you have a higher percentage that you can pay that quote unquote next player to come up to get that contract. Dak Prescott is occupying 18% of that. Seeing as though Micah Parsons wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback, that's going to put him in the 16.5, 17.5% kind of area, honestly, when you look at it. If we're talking about who's going to be taking predominant percentages of the salary cap in its totality, it's going to be Micah, CeeDee, and Dak. We already know. Right after that, honestly, it looks like, you come around, to some offensive line. Fortunately, Terrence Steele, he's not too expensive. We still have to pay Tyler Smith. We cannot forget about Tyler Smith. We cannot forget about Deron Bland. And as crazy as it sounds, DeMarvion Overshown is right around the corner. We feel like it's not, but given his injury, I mean, we missed his rookie season, and his second season we didn't get it all. So this is his third year. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments, by the way, too. If that's the case, he's right around the corner as well. Now, obviously, he hasn't played that much, so you can say we'll get him at a discounted price, maybe, and I'd probably agree with that. But still, I mean, he balls out this year and does something like puts himself in that top 5 talk. Agents negotiate. That's what they do. Overall, I think when you're looking at this money situation, the Cowboys, they got it. The money's there. What it comes down to is how they move the money around so that everybody gets paid the right way every year. Like Dak Prescott is set to take a lot of money this year, I believe. And next year, they kind of like, it's like a little bit more than they kind of rolled into the following season so that they can pay somebody else when they do more big contracts. It's a never ending. But like I've said in many videos, when you draft top players, that means, when you draft top players, and they perform, that means you drafted well, and now you have a beautiful problem. You have players to pay. That's a beautiful problem. Nobody wants to go in the market and go pick up a guy that they didn't draft. He might have been on the draft board, but you missed him, and now he's a free agent. Now you get to go pick him up. It's cool, but there's nothing like drafting the players that end up costing you huge financial amounts of money like this. I mean, this is a great situation to be in. Without question, as a fan base, we don't need to be worried. Micah Parsons is going to get his money. He's going to get it before week 1. Before the Cowboys start making Eagle stew, Eagle soup, however you want to call it. Eagle stew, Eagle soup in the comments, by the way. Drop that for sure. Before that happens, he's going to get his money for sure. I have faith. I'm excited for Micah Parsons. I can't wait to watch this guy, just come in and be the guy that he is. He's definitely going to have a captain, a captain badge on that next year, this season coming for sure. I'm excited. This has been another episode of Cowboys Digest. My name is Tyree Allison. We appreciate you checking in. We'll see you next time.